Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to our distinguished panelists for joining for today's hearing. We're so proud of you and so delighted to engage in this conversation. Before being in Congress, I was a workforce development professional and helped to spearhead STEM education initiatives, particularly in the digital manufacturing and design technology space, where I helped to launch, along with the assistance from the federal government, the Manufacturing USA program, the country's first online training program specific to digital manufacturing design technologies that supported credits in working with universities and university partners. So I love this idea about innovating and meeting students where they're at to complete their post-secondary degrees, and what so many of you have been a part of. I represent a district in southeastern Michigan, and College Promise programs, which cover students' tuition and fees, have become increasingly popular in recent years. Students in Michigan have been given incredible opportunities through the Kalamazoo Promise and the Detroit Promise. And College Promise programs do a great job of expanding college access, but not all of them address college success once students enroll in college. And research done by the MDRC in Detroit has found that adding evidence-based support services such as coaching and financial incentives on top of existing Promise programs is an effective way to help students not only enroll in college, but stay in school and accelerate their progress toward earning a degree. And so, Dr. Mohoric, I'd love to ask you, what impact has the Harper College Promise Scholarship had on students, and would it be useful to provide additional support services to Harper College Promise students?
The first Harper College Promise class begins in the fall. We started registering students, getting them to sign up for it when they were freshmen in high school. So the first students have gone through 4 years of high school. We asked them to earn the scholarship by doing a couple of things: having really good attendance in high school, doing a little bit of community service, taking rigorous high school classes, and being college ready when they graduate from high school. We'll see, we have 600 students still eligible that we expect to enroll next year. As far as the supports, absolutely, they would be very essential. We hope the students in our Promise program have habits of mind through the Promise program that will make them successful at any college. We have used 1 million degrees in the Chicago area, which is very much like what's being done in the Detroit Promise, ASAP, and what was done in some of the Ohio schools. We have found, and University of Chicago Urban Labs is doing a controlled randomized study of the outcomes, and we still need to wait a couple years to see, but right now we have significance in graduation rates, significance in persistence, and Harper College has found we have a 60 student per advisor ratio in that, and students in the program are also given $250 in incentives 3 times during the college year if they have done all the right things that they were supposed to do. See tutoring, attend your classes, meet with your advisor, etc. We have had really good outcomes.
Well, I admire and just love the work that all of you do so much. And I was just wondering if we could kind of open this up to the rest of the panel to chime in about designing support programs or supports that go beyond just covering the cost of tuition. We can start with you, Dr. LeGrand.
So at VCU, we do have some support systems. We mentioned the food pantry, for example, and off-campus support services to really help students with housing insecurity, to connect them to the right resources, as well as federal and state resources to help students who find themselves in emergency circumstances. There is one unique institution that has a program, a food scholarship program, for example, in Texas, that's partnered with the food bank, and it allows students to get a food scholarship that connects with based upon the number of credit hours they're enrolled in the institution. And they use that food scholarship in the food pantry on their campus, where it's a declining balance. that food pantry is just as fancy as a grocery store. They have produce and canned goods and meats. As we think about the complications we have with our student population in needing resources beyond just tuition and fees, we won't be able to just food pantry our way out of this, right? We have to think of new innovative strategies that really show the students that we have support mechanisms for them on our campus and we're connected to the community. And so I think the more creative we can get as institutions allow us to do that.
Well, I'm over time, but I just want to thank you all, and I'd also now like to just ask for unanimous consent to enter into the record an evaluation of the Detroit Promise Path published by the MDRC, a research organization known for its rigorous evaluations, which shows the impact and importance of approaches that combine financial aid and wraparound supports. Thank you all. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back the
Without objection.
overtime. Thank you.